Hello, and welcome to another episode of Just Jim. I'm Jim Luff with Aurora Payments and our family of companies. I share educational information that helps all merchants to grow their business. And today I'm going to be sharing information about the match list and why you don't want to be on this blacklist. At first glance, being included on the match list might seem like a great opportunity to meet someone new on Match.com. However, in credit card processing, no merchant wants to find themselves on the Member Alert to Control High Risk Merchants list, also known as the Match List. It's also known as the Blacklist in merchant services. The Match List is a record of merchants considered to carry an unacceptable level of risk. Banks and payment processors use this list to identify merchants that expose them to high risk transactions and business practices. If you find yourself on the match list, you will struggle to open a new merchant account with any processor as long as you remain on that list. MasterCard's acquirers are required to consult the list before the onboarding of any new merchant, and in most cases, will reject any merchant that appears on that list. You may have previously heard of a similar list called the TMF list. Prior to Match, merchants may have found themselves on the Terminated Merchant File or TMF list. Match is the replacement for TMF, and it was originally created by MasterCard to help acquiring banks identify high risk merchants before boarding them. There's no formal notification process to merchants that are being placed on the match list. In fact, most merchants don't even know they've been placed on the match list until their credit card processor terminates an existing relationship and the merchant attempts to open a new merchant account and is rejected. So, what causes merchants to be on the match list? Earning a spot on the match list is most commonly caused by having excessive chargebacks. It's most likely an acquiring bank that will place a merchant on this list, but it can also be done as a card brand such as MasterCard or Visa. If the acquiring bank terminates a merchant account due to excessive chargeback, MasterCard requires the bank to add you to the match list. Other factors include illegal activity in your business, bankruptcy, fraud, money laundering, or illegal transactions. Failing to maintain PCI compliance can also get a merchant blacklisted. There are big consequences of being on this list. MasterCard has no appeal process for a merchant who feels that their acquirer has treated them unfairly by putting them on this list. And if an acquiring bank terminates your merchant account, you will be labeled as a high risk merchant, and most institutions will not do business with you, or if they do, they're going to charge you exorbitant rates to do so. Your business will be unable to accept credit cards for payment. And in some cases, you may be blacklisted by all of the credit card networks, such as Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. Being unable to accept credit cards in the plastic world that we live in can be the kiss of death for your business. Now, you may be wondering, can you get yourself off the match list if you're on it? Well, depending on why you were added to the list to begin with, you may be able to get off the list, but the options are quite limited. If you were added because you're non-compliant with PCI DSS standards, you can be removed from the list once you become compliant. For most other reasons, there is no recourse unless you are added by mistake. The only way to get off this list is to wait 5 years when the list entry expires. So, how can you avoid being placed on the match list? For the most part, merchants can avoid being added to the match list simply by staying compliant with all standards and regulations and maintaining a low rate of chargebacks and fraud activity in your business. In fact, the maximum chargeback ratio is 0.09% of your total transactions. Here's few more things that you need to know about your 5 year sentence. Once placed on the match list, Visa and MasterCard prohibit payment facilitators from working with you. Companies such as Square and Stripe can also not accept such merchants who appear on the match list. The match list contains the legal name of the entity, DBAs, URLs, and principal owners' names and home addresses. So you're going to be branded as a risky business, and you'll find it nearly impossible to open any new merchant account elsewhere for 5 years. The bottom line is ending up on the match list is almost a certain death for merchants as more people use credit and debit cards than cash these days. Being on the match list shows that your business caused so many problems that your merchant account was terminated, and that makes other acquirers and payment processors very wary of doing business with you in the future. In closing, let me tell you a little bit more about Aurora Payments. Aurora Payments is a network of professionals providing merchants with reliable payment solutions for any industry and any environment. Our proprietary technology provides one ecosystem, one contract, one partner, one Aurora. As a full service provider, we have all the products and services that you need and the support that you need all in one place. If you're interested in learning how you can eliminate credit card processing fees forever, send me an email to hello@risewithaurora.com or call me at 833 287 6722. That number again is 833 287 6722. You'll be saving money in no time. And thanks for joining me today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you know other merchants that can benefit from this type of education, please be kind and share it with them. I'll see you next time on another edition of Just Jim.